Hello everybody, and welcome to my third episode of Grounded. Today we will be exploring the wonders of the pond, including the Pond Lab, and some of the additions coming with the new 1.2 update. So first things first that we're going to do is we're going to go get a hammer so that we can get these new things called milk molars, which will help a lot with upgrades. And that is our big koi fish that we will be trying to avoid today throughout our pond lab. Some of the other stuff that I'll be gathering at the beginning of this video is this bubble helmet that will let us have more air so we can go deeper down into the pond and to the lab. Alright, let me show you one thing that has been added in the 1.2 update. They added this thing called the Super Duper, and that's the name of the update too. It's called the Super Duper update. So this basically will allow us to duplicate anything we want as long as we have some raw science for it. But I'm going to need to get some chips for that, which are in the labs. Now, I'm just going to kill the stink bug really quickly so then I can get more supplies for the hammer. Alright, so I also got some materials so we can make this smoothie station where we can make different heals and they can have different types of effects with them too. Now let me just grab some berry leather that I hanged, and now we can make our tier 2 hammer. This is going to be great for finding milk molars, so let's go find some. The first one that I found earlier is under this can. It looks like a big tooth. Alright, let's go see what we can get with this milk molar. If I head over to the ASL, then we can get our upgrades. You can see I can get health, stamina, hunger, healing, and more mutations with the regular milk molars. Okay, here I am trying to get another milk molar, but there are these orb weavers protecting it. Luckily, I was able to not die and defeat them. Pretty challenging, though. If you ever see yellow shards like that come off of my tool that I'm using to fight them, that's when I perfect block, and I take no damage when I do that. It's actually called a parry. Alright, and now after all of that, I can get my sweet, sweet rewards. Come here, milk molar. Alright, now a little bit more on the pond. These things that are chasing me are weeping bell spiders. They're very fast and they don't have that much health, but they can do a little damage if you don't have the right stuff. I nearly died here after I was running away from them in the water. But I went back in and I found this thing called a water bowman. They can help me get their fins, and I can make new things with them. Alright, so now I'm going to analyze the fin that I got from the water bowman, and I also leveled up in brain power. So now I can make these brat bursts, which are basically just little bombs. Oh, and I also analyzed this spear that I found down in the pond. Oh, and I also went back to go and analyze these sunken bones that I found down at the bottom of the pond. If I get a little more of these, then I can make the bone dagger and the bone trident, and also that bubble helmet that I was talking about earlier. Alright, I got a couple more milk molars, so now I'm going to upgrade some more stuff. I'm going to start saving them up though, so I can get these max active mutations. Alright, I was walking around and I found this very important thing, this rock. This is a brittle quartzite. Now, I can use this to upgrade and repair my armor. They're very good. And there's very few in the whole map. Although the new update did add that I can actually craft these now, instead of just using the rocks that I find around the map. Alright, so the next thing that I'm going to do is get these Mega Milk Molars. Now, these are more good for multiplayer because the whole group gets the upgrade, but they're still pretty good for single player because you still get an upgrade. These ones look more golden, and I found one on top of this soda can over here by these orb weavers. Now here you can see I'm making the upgrade station that I can use those little rocks for. Now that I've made this, you can see in the far right corner, I've got the coziness level 1. This is one of the new things they added in the 1.2 update. This makes it so that I can build more decorative things around my base. And if I put more of those decorative things down, then I get more cozy level and I can get even more decorative things. It just adds on and adds on. Now I'm upgrading some of my stuff with the station. Alright, let's get ourselves another milk molar. This one's being guarded by a wolf spider, which would definitely kill me in seconds, but luckily it was sleeping, so it was very easy. It looks so scary, bro. I swear this game has gave me arachnophobia. Let's just sneak around him and be out of here. Now I am analyzing the slime mold so that I can make this underwater lamp that will make it easier for you and for me to see when we're doing the pond lab. Also, I'm going to use that Mega Milk Molar that we found earlier to upgrade my max resource stack size. Alright, now I'm trying to explore to go down to the lab. It's down this little cave, but there were all these spiders, but now that I have this little stone dagger, I decided to take them on, and I got a diving bell spider chunk. The helpful thing about these tubes is they let off a little bit of air bubbles, which I can use to get me some more air so I don't drown. I also found some koi fins down there, and I'm analyzing those and the Weeping Bell's spider chunk. The koi skill actually gave me a ton of stuff. I can make armor with it, and it also made me level up so I can make the bee armor and this really good mosquito sword. Alright guys, now comes the fun part. I finally made that bubble helmet, so now I've got a ton more air. And I'm going down with my lamp into the pond lab. This is going to be awesome. Okay, so you can see on my right, there's these little fans that will push me through the water all the way to the pond lab. Alright, so I found a little bit of treasure here. I found some sunken bones, and I found a koi fish scale. Alright, welcome to the pond lab. Now I went into this first little room. Just going about. I opened up this door so then we can start our quest on the pond lab. I got some air, and inside this room there was a little bit of loot, and it also explained how to do this lab. Alright, now we're going to pull the switch on the wall. Alright, now we have to reset the breakers, which means we need to find these 3 switches around the pond and switch them all. While exploring around the pond lab, I was killing a few of these robots that were around. This one was actually pretty hard to beat. I took some pretty good damage, but I got the Perimaster 3 mutation, which is pretty good, and some raw science. I also set my respawn point here too and found some more goodies.
But I have taken the hint, and I'll do those brilliant horticulturalists of Belgium one better.
Alright, now I'm exiting that part to find all the breakers. There's one over here that I've got to switch.
A closed loop system complete with retractable solar dome. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Alright, it's green. Time to find the next one.
The joys of getting older. Trudy pushed me to go see a doctor after she remarked that I looked like a plate of wet ham.
This cable going over here seemed a little suspicious, so I thought there might be something over here. And for certain, I found it. Alright, we've got one more. And I can see it inside this room. Now we've just got to go through the maze to get to there. Alright, now with all of the switches flipped, we should be able to go to more in the lab. But here I found a milk molar, but I don't have the right dagger for it. I need a tier 2 and I only have the tier 1 dagger. I also found this skeleton that had a good badge and some other things for us. The badge will allow us to have resistance to a lot of things. Alright, and now you can see at the exclamation point, we have unlocked the gate to explore more of the lab.
if I'd get stronger if I ate these muscle sprouts.
I found some great loot in this whole lab. There were tons of these little storage chests around where I could take out stuff, including more rocks that I can use for upgrades. Down here I found another chest, but then I also found something really important. I found this koi figurine, which will allow me to make a statue that looks just like it, and also with grabbing that, I got the mutation Rascal Rogue. This will make me be able to steal things from bugs when I attack them. I found some bars which will be good for boss
Dr.
fights,
Applebaum has pronounced
and
me in
also
perfect
this
health.
chip that you can listen to.
For a man 20 years my senior, I must face the facts. The gray hairs, the wrinkles, they are not figments of the imagination. I can draw only one reasonable conclusion. It is the elusive fractional errors of the shrinking process which are the cause. Trudy has asked that I discontinue my experiments, but what choice do I have? If I quit now, I will have nothing. What will I be other than a failed inventor and scientist with no discoveries to his name, unable even to teach the basics of physics to a gaggle of hormonal teenagers? No! If this means that I must sacrifice 20 years of my life, then so be it.
Yum!
Alright, now that I mashed those buttons, I unlocked 2 doors, but these are protected by robots. Alright, now up here is the real stuff, the final part of the lab. But there were a ton more robots protecting this area. I almost died, but I managed to survive and get them all. Oh, and if I didn't mention before, they also give me raw science, which is good. Now with all the robots eliminated, I can explore the rest. There were a ton more chests and more things. Here I got the Burgle chip, and also that little disc thing is a super duper disc. I can use this for the super duper machine back at home. And this is the coolest part where the pond dome opens up, my favorite. Alright, and finally we have these little mussel sprouts that I can use to
Now I'm
make
gonna give
those
the burgle chip to
smoothies
Burger.
later. If you don't want to hear all this stuff that I'm talking to him about, you can skip ahead.
Bad news, it is empty. The cell must be filled with a special mixture, a cocktail, if you will. Another breakthrough invention by Dr. Tully. Hold please while I push the recipe for the processing. Processing. Error. Missing directory. The directory you attempted to copy does cheese and fries. It appears the formula for the we will need that recipe in order to. I am sorry. It seems. Hold on to the empty cell for me, and when you feel ready, retrieve another super oven exponentially. Processing.
Alright, well, bye guys, and I will see you in